Hello, wonderful family. Another beautiful day here. Another opportunity to bless God and share the word. Today we'll um, just talk a little bit about the faith of Abraham. And I will just give it like a story. Do you remember that Abraham, for several years, for the best part of his life, let me not say the best part, chronologically speaking, the better part of his life, he was without an heir. He had no son. But he had received a promise from God. And whilst waiting for the manifestation or the fulfillment of that promise, his wife got him into a situation where he decided to help God out. In a bid to help God out, that's somehow he couldn't wait for that manifestation again. It was seeming as if it was impossible for this to happen and he had to help. Have you heard this phrase, heaven helps those who help themselves? It was something like that was a temptation for Abraham. And he listened to Sarah, his wife, or Sarai, his wife. And he chose to have a child with the servant or the slave, Hagar. So he produced an Ishmael out of his own efforts. Anyway, long story short, when he chose to settle down and believe God, the promise came to pass. That's not actually where I'm going to. I want us to go into the part where after he had received this promise, that is, you've got a word from God and the manifestation has come, or the beginning of the manifestation has come, and then suddenly something else pops up as if it's going to truncate that manifestation or the fulfillment or the fullness of it. He was told to go and sacrifice this son who was supposed to be his heir. Imagine the thought of it. Now, the beautiful part or the beautiful thing about Abraham that the Bible records is that he did not question when he was told to do it. He imagined that the same God who produced this child when it was impossible for him to have will bring this child back to life if it needs be. Because it was with this child that he was told that he was going to be the father of many nations. Not with any other, but with this particular child. So if God said, go and sacrifice this boy, in his mind, he says, one of two things will happen. It's either that by the time I get there, a miracle will happen and God would ask me to do something else. Or, if this boy is sacrificed, God will bring him back to life. So he went without questioning. That is what is called faith. He obeyed to the hilt, fully confident that this same God who gave him that promise will see to it that, yes, this guy might die, but he will not remain dead. So he took this boy to the altar and prepared to sacrifice this boy. He prepared to obey. He obeyed God to the maximum. And by the time he got there, you see the gracious God we serve. God did not allow this boy to die. So in everything that God asks you to do, there's a purpose. And he will not permit harm to come your way whilst you're carrying out his plan and what he asks you to do. He says, the plans I have for you are plans of good. They're not plans of evil, but plans of good, to prosper you and to bring you to an expected end. Abraham trusted him with the life of his son. And look at, till today we're reaping the benefits of that trust and obedience. Put God to the test, quote and unquote. When he asks you to do something, obey him fully. There's a blessing attached at the end. God bless you. Hallelujah.